Adult coloring books is the hottest new segment in publishing, and everyone's getting involved. Disney has released a new 3D coloring book based on popular characters that most have adults grown up with. Even mainstream celebrities such as Kim Kardashian and author George R. Martin have also jumped into the fray. The current coloring book craze was ignited in 2003 when Scottish illustrator Joanna Basford published The Secret Garden. This seemingly obscure offering had an initial printing of 16,000, but has since exploded into a runaway international bestseller, selling nearly 6 million copies, almost 4 million in the past 5 months alone. This phenomenon has primarily been fueled online, with colorless posting their elaborate creations on Facebook and Pinterest. Here, professional and newbies alike debate such issues such as Prismacolor versus gel pens, or how to make that tricky owl in the corner pop. The coloring craze has even spawned all sorts of offline gatherings, coloring clubs, meetups, even coloring parties at bars. There is growing medical evidence that not only are adult coloring books stress relievers, but contribute to your overall health. It's been well documented that art therapy is helpful among people dealing with a variety of conditions such as depression, dementia, anxiety, and PTSD. One 2006 study found that the mindfulness art therapy for women with cancer helped to significantly decrease symptoms of physical and emotional distress. Another study from the same year concluded that after only 1 hour of art therapy, adult cancer patients of all ages overwhelmingly expressed comfort and a desire to continue with their therapy. The adult coloring book phase is fairly limited to print, and this has resulted in a number of booksellers posting strong revenue. W.H. Smith, likely the largest bookseller in the United Kingdom, has just reported an 8% profit in the last 12 months, ending in August 2015, compared to a year ago. They cited that coloring therapy books helped to deliver a strong second half. Stephen Clark, who works there in an executive role, said, "In the high street business, our profit-focused strategy continues to deliver sustainable growth. In our core categories of stationery and books, we had a stronger second half helped by the new phenomenon of color therapy books for adults." We've always loved adult coloring books, featuring them in late 2012 when the Color Me Good, Ryan Gosling, and Benedict Cumberbatch titles were selling like hotcakes, but the popularity of the new batch of coloring books has even taken us by surprise. A nice surprise. Sales are up 1,786% year on year. It doesn't seem to be slowing down either. I suppose once you've colored in one book, you need to buy another, said Valerie Batchetted, head of marketing for the Book Depository. Bookstores in Brazil are also reporting strong revenues. In April, 2 adult coloring books were the best-selling books in the whole country, with 232,000 copies sold. By comparison, the 18 next best-selling books combined sales were only 8,000. By May, 9 of the top 20 bestsellers were adult coloring books, including the top 8 books in the nonfiction category. Between April 20th and May 17th, coloring books accounted for over 17% of all book sales and almost 15% of the industry revenue. Coloring books have been one of the critical segments in publishing over the course of 2015. This niche that traditionally sells better in print form rather than interactive ebooks or dedicated apps is, suffice to say, print sells more than digital. There's very few players involved that are making digital work. I've seen a number of apps that try to do the coloring, but it's not, you don't get that tectonic feel of actually having pens in your hand. So from what I've researched in this article is that print coloring books are selling amazingly. Digital, not so much, but more companies are starting to offer more of a wider selection of digital ebooks that you could draw on your tablet, like your iPad or your Microsoft Surface 4. With those devices were basically made with the digital pens in mind. That featuring thousands of different degrees of sensitivity for the stylus. So maybe those will see a bit of a niche, but you got to think of it this way. An iPad Pro 12-inch tablet is like $800. Microsoft Surface tablet ranges between like $500 and about $1,200, whereas you can just walk into your Barnes & Noble and pick up like a coloring book and a set of pens for about $40. So I think the low overhead of coloring in books is fairly compelling with print. Doesn't really make too much sense with digital. For a good reader, my name is Michael.